is that this year I'm really taking a step back and allowing myself to have more fun and be more loose and like more engaged in this college atmosphere.
Has that affected? Well, good for her. That's what it's all about, right? Because she's had so much pressure on her as an individual gymnast, level 10s, then elite, then the Olympic Games. She came through. She's made her name forever. She's a legend forever. Now she actually gets to have fun with her gymnastics.
Yes, and when I mentioned, I spoke with Tanya, and she said she's finally coming into her own, and she's sassy and spunky, and that really took Tanya, off guard a little bit.
Well, she's growing up, and, and she's allowed. And, she's widely respected. Everybody loves her. She's such a nice young woman. And now she's growing up, and we're going to get to watch it. So I've always said it on air. I was so pleased when she decided to go to Oregon State, because it was a place for her to shine. And she always struck me as somebody who was a little reticent, a little shy. And I thought Corvallis, a college town, will just cultivate that personality and take care of her.
Exactly, and have so much fun while doing it.
UCLA goes to the balance beam, 12th in the country. 49.5 is their best. They only have one in the top 20, and it's Harris. Emily Lee starts us.
She brings such calm confidence to this event. She's very solid, extremely clean. Her form, her technique is textbook. Right on. Switches to a straddle, and she hits that 180. That's exactly what the judges are looking for.
She's put up back-to-back 9.8 pluses on beam, looking for more here. So far, so good.
And I love that you can see her breathing too. Beam is an event that you really want to breathe and take your time on. Dismount. She holds on to it.
After two rotations, we finally have the official score. UCLA 98.850, Oregon State 98.375, so about a 4-10 lead for UCLA midway point. Savannah Miller on the floor to lead off the beams. For second best in the conference, 9th in the country on this event, 49 plus in all of them, 49.5 at the Beaver Quad.
We're going to see a lot of power. Has to harness it a little bit. She does take a bigger step after that beautiful, huge double pike.
Floor only for Savannah in all four meets so far. Has gone 9-9 twice, including Friday night against Rutgers in Corvallis.
Combination pass. That landing was good. The coaches really wanted me to make sure to highlight her great work ethic. She's so much fun. She's open-minded, willing and up for challenges thrown her way.
Just a freshman from Waterford, Michigan. She was the state uneven bars champion. Top 10 in the all-around at nationals. And finishing off her floor in front of a huge crowd at Poly.
That last pass was so solid. She knew exactly where she was in the air.
Well, you don't often hear great work ethic about freshmen because they're still kind of learning it. So I'm pretty sure that's why the chaplains wanted you to mention that. Well, you got a 9-9. That's a great start for UCLA on the beam. Sienna Alivio. She's a beamer. 9.85 at Salt Lake City. Her best mark so far. Another freshman from San Jose. Oh, rock solid.
That was her series. It was a front aerial to a tuck. Switch half. Those are a lot harder than they look. That's why the difficulty, I think it is a D skill.
Nice cover.
Sienna's another super hard worker. Very sweet. We do look forward to seeing her in the all-around.
Yeah, remember, she's coming off an injury she suffered at the U.S. Olympic trials in Achilles. Four-time U.S. national team member. A silver medalist on beam at the U.S. Championships a couple years ago. They gave Miller at 9.8. Now this is Christina Peterson. Peterson on the floor was solid last year. At one point ran off 7 straight scores of 9.825 or better. And she's better this year. Actually, that was 2 years ago. She returned against Rutgers with a 9.875 on Friday night.
Beautiful combination pass. She's a firecracker. And like you mentioned, she's coming back from an injury. She had an Achilles tear. And then had a major knee injury, ACL, tore a lot of things in her knee, so that's why we are very excited to see her back after a couple of years.
Yeah, back in 21, she was an all-arounder for half the season, 3 events or more in every meet, then injured and missed all of 2022.
Double tack. Had to hop out of that a little bit. The judges may take a little bit more.
Nine lead, 9.8 for Alipio. And here comes Shea Campbell. Campbell has been searching a little bit on the beam. Did have a 9.9 at the Wasatch, but her scores have kind of been all over the place. Needs some consistency.
She takes so much pride in being a Bruin. She's always refining details. Flick lay, she holds on to it.
Yep, one flap down.
She's also really stepping into her leadership role, being an upperclassman, and has so much integrity in her training, in competition. Beautiful full turn. You never want to underestimate that skill. Regular leap into a switch half. Unfortunately had to come off the beam. Missed her foot, cartwheel, gainer lay full. Was looking good until that fall, unfortunately.
Obviously, more than any other event, when it starts to become mental, beam is a tough place to battle back. Campbell's going through it right now. Sydney Gonzalez. Sydney Gonzalez grew up down in Newport Beach. Part of the club team at Wildfire Gymnastics. Whitney Dames, Rick Watson, Tom Wakeling, Steph Calvert, Haley Butler, they all took care of her.
Beautiful combination of a front pull to a front lay. She's going to have 2 tumbling passes in this routine.
Better on floor this year, was a little inconsistent last year, but did not compete on floor against Rutgers on Friday night. Did have a 9-9 in Salt Lake City earlier this year.
Just prepping for her last pass. We're going to see a double pike. Beautiful landing, and you actually get a 10th bonus if you do a double flipping pass as your last pass.
Well, she had career bests on beam and floor already this year. And Gonzalez, a legacy at Oregon State as well. Her big sister Lexi, former beam gymnast. A lot of black and orange in their house, I'm guessing. So we're still waiting on a beam score for Shea Campbell. Remember, she did suffer a fall. So Jordan Childs waits to go. She's ranked 9th in the country in the all-around. We'll see her in the floor as well, where she's top 10. And before #1 in the country on bars, she is not ranked on beam. At a 9.925 at Salt Lake City to share the title at that meet. For Campbell, they're going to want to scratch it. So Childs, Harris, and Malabuyo now need to hit. Starts here.
Very unique mount, showing off her strength.
Coming in for Childs, 10 of her 12 scores on the year have been 9.875 plus. And she's done that twice today, 9.9 on vault, 9.975 on bars.
For series, that flick wave was right on. Great leaps. Maybe a little shy of that 180. Prepping for this dismount, round off double pike. Just the slightest hop back.
Unimpressed. You know she's happy for her. They're friends. It seems like every time Childs gets a crowd on their feet as we look back at the mount, and Carrie is standing in the wings waiting.
I just love when gymnasts bring artistry to the sport and really get creative with their mounts, and that's exactly what you saw right there.
I first started noticing that on beam with Janisha Francis, former UCLA, who would just grab your Oregon State. Again, this is a very strong event for the Beavs, 9th in the country, 2nd in the conference, looking for something north of 49.3. Lech is coming off a career-high 9.95 Friday against Rutgers to win the event.
Gonna start with a 1.5 to a front full. Usually you only see gymnasts do a front lay out of that, but she adds an extra twist in there. Watch these leaps. She's gonna hit past the 180. Just absolutely stunning and beautiful. I love that spin she has on the floor as well in her routine. Last pass, double tack. Right on the money.
Brian Rochelle, assistant coach in the background. You know, she's one of those gymnasts that have that lightness. I always seem to notice it, that last pass, just floating back down to the floor.
And watch this right here. I just love, again, with the artistry. That is very difficult to do. Sometimes the Leos catch on the carpet.
And here we go, UCLA fans. Next on balance beam,
So a good rotation going for Oregon State on floor for UCLA on beam. Leah's gone 9.9, Lipio 9.8, Campbell 9.825, and Childs went 9.85. I thought Childs would get a little bit better. Selena Harris on the beam.
Actually had a chance to talk to Selena, and she was explaining how she doesn't get nervous in competition, which is really inspiring for young girls to hear as a freshman.
Is it because you can put together a series, a triple series like that?
Yes, a triple series, and that is also an intricate series. You know, usually you just see a flick lay, but she adds a back handspring, so it's going from a flight skill back to putting your hands on the beam.
And no rush to it either. Just kind of rolled through it. All eyes on the freshman from Las Vegas. Little bit of check there.
Love the facial expressions.
I was watching that too. I think her teammates might have said something, she just responded.
You know, we heard her say she loves competing. Round off 1.5. Finds that landing, sticks it.
So what was great is we saw just the tiniest bit of diversity right there, and she was able to leave it behind and just continue on.
Oh yes, because that is what Selena Harris does.
Yeah, it's going to be fun watching her grow up in this sport. Electric smile, house favorite already, and a 3-time, that's 3 out of 3 by the way, Pac-12 freshman of the week. 9.9 for Lech. Lech having a great week on the floor. She had the 9.95 against Rutgers, so back-to-back 9.9 pluses for her. And here's Maddie Dagan, and you know, Dagan's probably still disappointed from the vault. And she wants to get it back right here for her side.
She does have a competitive edge though, so I have no doubt she's going to deliver right here.
Little step forward. I thought she covered it nicely.
Yeah, she did cover it up nicely. She came up a little short, but popped out to that lunge.
Keep in mind that Dagan had a 9.8 to start the night on bars before the disappointing score on vault.
Those are some beautiful leaps, great amplitude right there. Fast pass, double pike. You can see it in her face. Knew exactly where she was in the air.
We mentioned before that Sydney Gonzalez, a legacy at Oregon State, so is Dagan, and her sister Lacey, a former gymnast, and now a volunteer assistant coach for the Beavs. 9.875 for Harris. So the top mark still leads lead off 9.9. Emma Malabuyo, she's fun to watch, and that's the reason she's in the anchor spot right here, plays right to the crowd. Starts with a full wolf.
And the coaches also mentioned that she's always wanting to grow and improve. Again, refining details. And they unfortunately will have to count a fall in this rotation.
Campbell had the fall in the 3 spot. It's surprising because UCLA is so strong on this event and they're at home.
This round, she's going to do a back handspring gainer full off the side. She does finish strong. That does open up a window for Oregon State.
Yeah, you mentioned it, the damage has been done, and you know who was watching? Jade Carey, because look at this. All she has to do is better than the 9-8 to bump their rotation. They're already at a 49.325, and they still have Jade Carey, the Olympic gold medalist, on the floor.
Huge tumbling pass right here. Double-double. Stunning.
She already has a perfect 10 this year, came in Salt Lake City. Her last two, 9.975 plus.
Front layout, through to a double pike. Again, she brings the difficulty. We only see gymnast doing a front tuck, but she opens up her body completely. That's going to be a big number.
The great Jade Carey. What did she say? The difference in the freshman me to the sophomore me is I'm starting to enjoy the college experience a little bit more.
And have more fun.
Part of it is being mobbed by your teammates after a, dare we say, near perfect floor routine.
Yes.
If we were in Corvallis, they'd be calling for it. You know, Tanya Chaplin thinks she deserves it. Waiting for the score to come in for Carey. It's going to be a huge rotation for Oregon State. And because of the bobble on beam by UCLA, the beams are right back in this meet with one rotation to go. It is not a 10. 9.975. I can't believe it either. He might be biased. That's 3 straight for Jade Carey on the floor. 9.975. I think Jade's a little surprised. Well, at least one of the judges thought it was perfect. Take a breath. It's going to be okay.